look at 3 athletes that we feel like performed exceptionally this past weekend. The first, and producer Mike, you talked about it, Nick DeMood. Despite that loss to the Rush, Patriots. I'm thinking of something else. Panther City LC goalie Nick DeMood, who saw 58 shots on goal in the game, including 15 shots being peppered by Robert Church, as Mike likes to say. Only one scored by Church, and did a fantastic job of holding the Rush overall to just 11 goals on the day. So our first star goes out to Nick DeMood. It's a mood.
He is a whole mood, man. Like I said, maybe he was part of the reason why I'm down on the Rush right now and kind of sulking. But yeah, it's insane. Like your team, like just give me 12 and we win. Like just saying, if they can find their offense and this guy can play like this, that's not bad. It's not a bad recipe.
That's a valid point. You gave up 58 shots on goal. You save 11. I'm no mathematician, but 11 of 58 is a really good percentage. When you look at that, if you can consistently maybe cut down, maybe it's not 58 shots every game. I'm sure Nick is like, I did my thing, but let's cut down on the number of shots I'm seeing. But if you can have a goalie in that defense that can hold a team to 11 goals, I agree with you. You should be able to get 12. You should be able to get enough to be able to win. Well, there was another player that did get his team enough to win, and more than enough to win. Josh Byrne, our second star of the week, goes to Buffalo Bandits. Josh Byrne with the 7 goals, 5 assists to pave the way for the Bandits in what became a shootout against the Halifax Thunderbirds. Josh, as you mentioned, playing up to some MVP caliber game right now.
I say Dane Smith. Now he's mad at this, but move over because Josh Byrne wants a co-MVP over here. These guys are playing very well, and Josh Byrne, wow. Talk about peppering. Here's a little bit of seasoning for the Thunderbirds because I knew they were going to need all that. And Josh Byrne said, "I got you. I got you."
Mm-hmm. And it's never a bad problem to have when two players, obviously it's still very early in the season, but two players that are already in that possible MVP conversation are on the same team. You talk about competing, like move over Dane Smith. I'm here, Josh Byrne. Obviously they have a show together. These are two guys that like to do exceptional things on and off the field for Bandit Land, and to be able to have them kind of competing for who's the guy who's leading the team. It's always been both of them. Never a bad problem to have, especially as we talk about on the other side with Panther City needing that offense. Buffalo's got 2 of the leading scorers and assist and facilitators in Josh Byrne and Dane Smith. Not bad. Well, we've talked some NLL and we've also talked some PBLA, so it's only fitting that our third star of the weekend goes to the PBLA side. We've got Ken Baker Printup, who scored the second goal for Jim Thorpe All-Americans, helped lift them, as we were talking about the results from this past week, helped to lift them over the Syracuse Spark in that 15-12 league-wide debut on Thursday. And what a goal we saw for the second goal. That was a physical play at that. Mike, what did you see from Ken Baker Printup, our third star of the weekend?
Yeah, he was so nice. He has 2 last names. No, it's hyphenated. But I was watching that game, and I talked about the athleticism. There was a few plays from different games, but this is the one I was watching, and I saw this dude make. It's like whenever a quarterback makes an awesome throw and gets just blasted while doing so. That was this shot. Like this dude got planted out of nowhere. I would show the video, but I don't want to get in the copyright thing. But just take a shot, gets destroyed, and pops right back up. Like, yeah, that was me. We're up 2-1, pal. That was incredible. I thought he deserved a little bit of just a little bit of the star, right? 1 star is good enough.
1 star is great. And you know what? As you mentioned, it's hard for any athlete when you're falling, you're off balance, to still have the composure and the core strength that you can finish out a pass, a shot, whatever that may be. So that's something that gets underestimated, like the ability to be falling down or off balance or getting hit, and you're still able to complete the play. And not only complete the play, score on the play. I'd pop back up too. I've popped back up in those situations too. Like, I got the last laugh. It's my
Weren't
shot going to the back of the
weren't you
net.
good at soccer, Renee?
I was pretty good, to say the least.
Does someone ever like come in and just dive at your legs and you like hit a bicycle kick going on or something like that? Come on now.
Listen. As a 3-time All-American, I had
Ooh.
plenty of those plays
Ooh.
where people were coming at my legs. So as we're talking Jim Thorpe All-Americans, I too was one.
We are not worthy.
And that's why I can speak on it, because I've had those experiences firsthand on the soccer field.
That's
where like
awesome.
someone's coming at you with a dirty play because all they're trying to do is keep you from scoring, and you're like, nope. It's the AI step over Ty Lue. I mean, it's like,
too good for you.
too good for you. You can hit me with your best shot, but I'm gonna get the last and the biggest shot that's going back in the net. So shout out to our 3 stars of the weekend. That's Panther City goalie Nick Damoud, Josh Byrne of the Bandits, and over in the PBLA, Ken Baker Printum.